Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. My name is Hills and I'm on the hunt, and today we have an eBay haul, all DVDs, some Video Nasty, all from one seller. Let's check it out, let's get into it, let's go. All right, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, like I said, we have an eBay haul. All of these were picked up from one seller. They were selling them as part of a lot. So yeah, I grabbed them kind of. There's some of them that are duplicates for me, but some of them I've never seen. They're very, very kind of lower level, low budget, Video Nasty movies. So stuff I enjoy. So the first movie I'm going to show you is not part of that lot, but it arrived on the same day. So I'm just going to add it into the video. And that is Lamberto Bava's Graveyard Disturbance. I do love my Italian cinema. I do love me a bit of Lamberto Bava. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. I do love a good graveyard movie as well. You see my video about Ruben Galindo Jr., his trilogy of movies. So yeah, I do enjoy that. I think Graveyard's had a wicked aesthetic to cinema and movies, and especially kind of zombie style and creepy movies. Just the mystique about them, it's just fun to watch. So yeah, there you go. A few images on the back, but yeah, Graveyard Disturbance. That's the first one, but that's not part of this lot. So I just thought I'd add it into the video. So this was all from one seller, like I said. The seller was kind enough to kind of little thank you note in there, thank you sticker, and included inside the envelope is some stickers. So always cool when sellers do stuff like this. So you've got horror icon sticker, Hellraiser, would be Chucky staring back at you. And Michael Myers, and our friend Freddy Krueger. So really nice little touch. Shows that the seller cares, and it's just little trinkets that you always kind of get into these packages that make it worth it. Even more than the movies itself, it's just the little extra. Nobody needs to do it, but they do it, so it's always a nice touch. Cool. So the first few movies are duplicates for me. I think there might be another one somewhere in there, but I just grabbed these out. They're a lot more common known movies, but still fantastic in themselves. So you got Friday the 13th, part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. This is fun. On the boat, yeah, on the ship. This is such a fun movie. That iconic scene where he's walking through New York City and those kids are sitting there on the side with their boombox and he just trashes the thing without a care in the world. Brilliant, just brilliant. I can not love Jason Voorhees. He's like such a cool villain. But yeah, so I have this movie, exact same cover, but I have it in the American release, so it doesn't have the obviously British standard things on the front and the back. So like a nerd, I'm going to keep it because it's two different releases for me. Yeah, such a cool cover as well. But yeah, Friday the 13th part 8. And one of the quintessential trilogies in terms of horror movies back in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, is Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness. How can you not love these movies? Although I say that, right? But now this might be controversial, but I know there's other people out there like me. I prefer the remake to the original. Now, it's not massive, but I just prefer it. It's a lot more gorier. It's a lot more bloody, and I know it's a little bit different in this era in terms of movies. This is still this. Without this, you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that template to kind of go with, but this trilogy is phenomenally good. But yeah, classics. Evil Dead 1, 2 and 3. So yeah. Okay, so we'll go into the other movies. This is the other one I have seen before, and it fits in with another collection of mine. So, Cannibal Ferox 2, The Massacre in Dinosaur Valley. Yeah, it's a Vipco release, so it will go into my Vipco collection. Um, I mean, if you've seen the Cannibal Ferox movies, 1 and 2, they're controversial in their context. A lot of the horrific things that happen to animals in these movies. Um, yeah, none of that is film art and nothing. That's just real stuff happening. That's just no restrictions happening in these eras of movies. So a lot of the stuff that they do in this, you kind of got away with, um, and that's one of the reasons why they were just. I mean, the cannibal side of itself is another reason that it's just um, very, very controversial and very, very banned back in that era. So, yeah, these being released again under Vipco, and I believe Shameless have these as well. Um, so, yeah, we're going to be kind of adding these in. But, yeah, Cannibal Ferox 2. Okay, so a lot of these other ones are ones I've not seen. I've heard of them, some of them, but not seen. So we've got, and a lot of them just look very, very low budget, which is fine with me. Um, I don't mind stuff like that. I'm quite happy just to watch absolute trash, and I'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, it's just weird. But Hell Asylum. So no, not a lot about this movie, but it's yeah, it's there. It's weird again. The image on the front looks so cool. Hell Asylum. The horrible Dr. Bones. This looks so bad. The doctor is in the ghetto. This looks so bad. So bad. But yeah, I mean, the image on the back again, that looks really cool. The skull on the back there. Like I said, images on front of movies are easy sells for me. So yeah, this looks really fun. So spiders. I don't know how much of this I'm going to watch. Spiders terrify the life out of me. I think I've watched Arachnophobia once. I will not watch it again. So I don't know how I'm going to get through this one because, yeah, looking at the back of the movie as well, you can kind of see a little bit of the images and stuff. I don't know if it comes through, but you can see it right in the middle there. Yeah, that's going to be a hard sell for me, but we'll give it a go. We'll check it out, see how it goes. But spiders. Ruggiero Deodato, Last Cannibal World. He's back with another one. Yeah, another one that's just kind of falling into that category. An oil prospector and his partner, along with a young lady and a plane pilot, flying deep into hospital jungle to team up with a group already there. Lose a wheel in the process. They find themselves stranded and camp abandoned. And that's it. Once you kind of enter that jungle and you don't have a plane anymore, you're going to be left with the cannibals. So you kind of know where this one's going to go. But we're going to be checking it out. And again, skull on the front, so cool. The cannibal movies, they kind of have their own. Like there are different variances of them, but the generalized story is just the same. I know that some of them aren't as notorious as the Cannibal Ferox and movies like that. So it's a lot more different to kind of fall into that trap. Cannibal Holocaust being the other one. Again, another super controversial movie. Super controversial. To the point where they had to release a version of it on Shameless where they cut out all of the severity to animals. So there is a version out there, which I'll talk about in another video. But yeah, Last Cannibal World. Blood Feast. You see, a lot of these kind of have previously banned on them as well, so they are falling into the very extreme level of movies. I know nothing about this. Spielberg stole from Herschel Gordon Lewis the first 20 minutes of Saving Ryan's. Okay, so it's taking the mickey out of Saving Private Ryan or whatever he called it, was straight out of Blood Feast. Okay, so if you've seen Saving Private Ryan, you know, that gory start to the movie. That's what we're expecting here. So it's a big build up to itself in terms of comparing it to a classic like Saving Private Ryan. So it'd be interesting to check this one out, see if it does. Because a lot of these times when you read the things on these movies and it tells you, oh my god, it's compared to this, that, and the other, and it's not. So let's see how this one goes. Blood Feast. This one I've heard of, but I've not watched, but I'm looking forward to it. Ghoul School. This just looks fun. Yeah, zombies. So the back of the movie says it's sex, babes, and heads will roll at the craziest institute of learning there is. Sold. Just sold. Image. Sold. Easy sell. Yeah, the biggest mass slaughter in student history. Sold. Let's go. Dr. Moreu's House of Pain. I have seen this. Oh dear Lord, this is not good. This is weird as hell. That weird pig-headed thing is just bizarre. It's a horrible movie. Yeah, evil doctor kidnapping people, trying to turn them into weird, damaged, horrible creatures, like Pigman over here on the front. Check it out. It's weird though, super weird. See a theme here. Hillside cannibals, more cannibalism. Let's just talk about the back. How cool is that? That image on the back is cool. Image on the front is cool. I don't know where this would fall because I feel this would kind of fall somewhere in between. I don't think it would be as harsh as Cannibal Ferox and Cannibal Holocaust. I don't think it will fall into that level of. I think it would be more Wrong Turn, Texas Chainsaw. I think it gives me that kind of vibe. Backwards movie with, yeah, cannibalistic family or something along those lines. It doesn't really say. Oh yeah, Sawney Bean and his family pillaged, slaughtered, and literally devoured thousands of victims. Inbred clan of cannibals. Cool. So yeah, I think it falls into that era. Wrong Turn, Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes. That venture. Again, they're fun movies. Movies you can't take seriously. Just don't take seriously. Just watch them for what they are. And I think this one's going to fall into the same category. So Hillside Cannibals. Jess Franco, Cannibals. Y'all don't think I'm weird. I haven't put them in any order. That's just kind of how they've come through. But yeah, more Cannibals. Jess Franco, you know, is a little bit more extreme in terms of nudity, violence, and just taking it to the next level. So I expect this one to be up there with the other Cannibal. I don't think in terms of violence and depravity. I think more that there's going to be more women, more just over the top kind of filmage. It's going to be kind of out there in terms of the story itself. It's going to be whereas the other cannibal movies, they're almost like people get stranded or people end up going to chase after someone or save someone, and they go and they run into cannibals and they try and survive. Or Cannibal Holocaust, where people go and film and you see their film. This will be kind of slightly different. I think this will be almost forced into cannibalism. Again, I'm just kind of speculating here, but Jess Franco movies, I've seen a couple and they're very, very much out there. But yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Cannibals. Lick. She found the secret to immortality, death. This is another one I feel falls into the trash pile. It's going to be low budget, super low budget, but we're okay with that. I'm not expecting this to be up there in terms of movies. Like even the cover itself just looks. It says Film 2000 Shock Horror Collection, so I'm not expecting miracles of these movies. but let's see what happens. Click. The Wax Mask. Now, when I read the front of this one, two things sold me. One, a Dario Argento production directed by Sergio Stilboetti. So those two names there, synonymous with giallo movies. That's what kind of got me interested in this one. So I'll probably be checking this one out a lot more sooner. Set in Paris. A couple of horribly murdered by a masked man with a metal claw who rips their hearts out. Yeah. Sounds fun. Cover looks wicked. So I'll probably be checking this one out a lot more. This might bump up to the top of the pile. Wax Mask. So we have the Death Box. So 5 movies. The 5 movies that are in this box are Brain Dead, Dead End Road, Revolting Dead, Near Death, Deadfall. Yeah, so that's the back of it. I know nothing about this. Brain Dead, I think, if it's the same one, I think I've heard of them, but it could be a completely different movie. There's the cover, the images on the back. I don't think there's anything too bad on there, apart from creatures and body parts, but yeah, that's that. But yeah, Death Box. Granny. This again looks just low budget and fun. Again, another one I've kind of read the synopsis. 8 college friends get together for a night of partying and pranks that soon turn to terror when Granny arrives with her axe and an appetite for murder. Cool. There we go. Trash. It just looks trash. But I'm going to enjoy it because it's trash. Granny. Speaking of trash, Vampire Sisters. This just looks low budget. And so the back of the box says, the script is well written, the acting is good, and there is certainly a lot of luscious skin. So out of those 3 points, I'm guessing one of them is absolutely correct, and it's not to do with the script or the acting. This is just going to be just low-level trash with a lot of nudity in it. Sold. Yeah, this is just going to be low budget to the extreme. We're okay with that. Let's see what happens. Vampire Sisters. Don't Ring the Doorbell, a psychological thriller. Yeah, so that's that one there. Don't Ring the Doorbell stars Lee Grant and Carol Kane as sisters sharing the home of their recently deceased father. Cool. So this one seems a little bit more, less gory, but more psychological. That's all I know about it. That's what I wrote on the back. So let's check this one out as well. Don't Ring the Doorbell. Pray for the Beast. I watched this one. Yeesh. It's not good. It's very not good. It's very low budget. Like I filmed it on this. It's not good. The beast itself is very CGI'd and it looks cool for the some part, but the acting is terrible. Oh my lord, it's terrible. I got through the whole movie. I think I rated it 0.5 out of 5, but only because I can't give it a 0. It's so bad. But I mean, I like the back of it. It reads like a comic book. You're next to the food chain. If you go down to the woods today, you're going to be dinner. Gore and guts, slaughter. So it also says here, raw, hot American males bonding in the woods and tasty young girls who just want to have fun converge in the woods for a weekend of beer, stripping, and all that nature has to offer. None of that happens. None of that happens. Yeah, it's just bad. It's just so bad. Like the box reads better than the movie. That says a lot. But pray for the beast. Faust. This is one I've heard of, but I've not seen. But I'm very, very much looking to check it out. Now the nerd in me is obviously there's a movie here, there's a cover here, there's a sticker, but I'm kind of sold to that sticker there, which is a Blockbuster Video sticker. Then if it comes through, yeah, which is just super retro from 26th of September 2003, priced at $7.99. Yeah, such a good, simple time back in the days. I really want to check this one out. Faust. Yeah, another one that looks like, I mean, it tells you, it pretty much telling you it's indie horror. So indie horrors kind of have their way of going really well and not going really well. But this one is Killing Spree. So we're curious to see this one. A paranoid husband, Tom, feels that his wife is cheating on him and begins to murder any man who he thinks she's sleeping with. As Tom's paranoia mounts, he invents even more gruesome ways to sadistically murder the imaginary lovers, including decapitation. I speak English, I promise you. Decapitation, electrocution, and dismemberment. But the butchered dead don't want to stay dead, and Tom's nightmare soon turns into a zombie nightmare. It sounds fun. It sounds trash. It sounds super trash. People think I'm saying trash like it's a bad thing. No, no, no. Trash for me is a good movie. It's low budget. It's just something you can just switch your brain off and enjoy for what it is. Do not take these movies seriously. If you're expecting a plot, a start, a middle, and the end, you're in the wrong place. This is just going to be trash fun. This is one of those movies where you get a load of friends together, we do a watch along. You just watch it for the sake of the stupidity in some of these movies, just the mindless violence and mindless nonsense that goes on. But these are so fun to watch. So Killing Spree, looking forward to this. Speaking of Vipco from earlier, we have Ghost House. Again, I know nothing about this one, but it's a haunted house tale with twists and turns. Sold. Ghost House. I love these boxes, by the way, just the simplicity of them. But yeah, Ghost House. Another one that will be added to the Vipco collection, and I'll be checking this one out as well. Skin Deep. Nope, know nothing about this one either. The new icon of terror for a generation of fear. Meet the Surgeon General. Introducing the Surgeon General, an imposing and frightening figure whose flesh is tightly stretched over a disfigured skull framed by bat goggles and an evil bear trap as a mouth. Cool. Sounds good. Probably won't be, but sounds good. Trash? Probably. I got confused with this one. I thought it was Planet of the Apes, but it's not. It's Land of the Apes. It's completely different. Looks weird. Looks like me when I haven't had a shave. But it looks weird. It almost looks cannibalistic. But it's also a 12 rating. So I don't really know what to think about this one. I'm intrigued to check it out because you look at the images on the front and on the back. It looks quite brutal, but a 12 rating, so I don't know. I don't know where it's going to be. A lot of the gory stuff is going to be cut out. I just don't know, but let's see. Nightbreed from Clive Baker, the creator of Hellraiser. Yeah, this one almost looks like the only box that's really normalish looking. So obviously the snapper case that can't open. Then you got the disc and everything inside. Yeah, this one, in terms of just aesthetic and looks, and it looks like a real movie, which sounds weird to say about everything else, but you get what I mean. Like when you watch low budget movies, the boxes are very limited in terms of what you see on them. They're very basic. But this one looks like a proper release, proper director, proper everything. It's Warner Brothers release. So yeah, Nightbreed. Looking forward to checking this one out as well. And last, but definitely not least, is Night of the Demons trilogy box set. So I can't tell you what it says on the back because it's in German or Dutch. I believe it's a Dutch. It's a European release. Might be a Dutch release. I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be or a German release. Normally the Germans release kind of everything under the sun release, which is why I like collecting them. Hard to understand what's on them, but the collections are so much fun, and all three movies are in here. So Demons, Night of the Demons 2 and Night of the Demons 3. So yeah, These I've been told are very good fun to watch. So yeah, looking forward to checking these out. I can get back into the big box. Here we go. Cool. So that is everything that was picked up in that one eBay haul. Super seller, really good, really well packaged. Everything was super safe, individually packed in little cardboard boxes, just like 2 or 3 movies at a time, and then kind of stacked with protection all around it. The box was immensely packed. Like, I can't complain about that. That stack there, so I just showed you, not including the Graveyard Disturbance one, I think I paid less than £48 for all of that. So some of them are kind of harder to find, and I know a lot of them you'll get in the £1 box at CEX, but having them all together is just so cool. So really happy to add that haul into the collection. Let me know what you think about those movies. Have you seen any of them? Is there any that you're interested in? Obviously, I'll be leaving reviews on my Instagram page. I'll pop that into the description below. But yeah, got more hauls coming, more movies coming. I just need to find time to watch them all. But you know, if we ever end up in a situation where you're kind of just stuck indoors, I'll have things to keep me busy. But yeah, thank you so much for enjoying this video with me. Thank you so much for sitting with me and enjoying this. If you did enjoy it, let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below about the movies that you enjoyed from this. Is there anything low budget that I should be checking out as well to try and find? Let me know. I'm always on the hunt for stuff. And if you know of anywhere in the UK that does sell Vipco and Shameless titles, this is another thing I'm starting to want to build my collection. You're going to see videos coming up in the next couple of weeks where I go through what I've got so far, and I always want to add to it. So yeah, let me know. And my last message for you guys at the end of today is, remember, you matter. You're important. Nobody should tell you any different. Your mindset, everything is important about you. So don't ever let anyone take your mindset down. All right, so you are important, you matter. On the end of that, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.